Hi, my friends, I'm Ixim. Today we're working with a strength, and it's card number 11. And it is a very beautiful card. And I have deep connection with this card. When I started using tarot, and I was using another deck at that time, this card helped me to be able to see and to understand and to accept certain things that I wasn't able. And that happened years ago, but forever I will be grateful to this card for bringing me to that place of being able to see and accept my truths from a place of love and compassion. So I always really like and look at this card in every deck I find. And this one do not disappoint. It's a beautiful art, but then the meaning, it is very strong. As usual, in most of the strength cards, the attention is in the mouth. For me, it's related to communication and what we talk. And so for me, is that mastery of emotions and how we convey what we feel, what we think, how we react to things that happen to us, how do we communicate those things, or how we express those things. So to me, that's why the rose, or in the right way, they're open the mouth of the lion. To me, the lion represent your will, your ego, yourself, in a more organic way, your true desires, so then, for the he talks about those feelings, those strong feelings, and how we can not maybe control them, but learn to master them in a way that is loving and understanding without ignoring them, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the guidebook, talks about this card in a really beautiful and powerful way. Strength, mastery of emotions, as I was explaining, it talks about emotions. It's common to think of this card as the roaring, devouring side of the lion. In other words, when we see this card, we think of the strength, physical strength, and that you're very strong and you're going to say and you're going to do. But the meaning is much deeper than that. And he talks about patience and the composed self, being able to control our desires and our emotions, my friends, our senses, And so then he is a master of focus, compassion, and self-control. When this card comes up, you're in need of harnessing this power for yourself. All the courage you need can be found in the muscle known as the heart. It's beautiful. Really, really like these guidebooks, because although the information is not that much, it's all you need, my friends. It's powerful and it's really, really deep. So I really, really like it with whatever the card is. So talking about this card again, it helps us to look at our feelings or desires. So this card invites me to look at my desires more deeply inside. Why did I want this? Why did I feel this way about this? Why did I have these strong emotions? So and so when I have those communications with myself, then I'm able to understand myself better and sometimes change my perception of the truth, of the whole matter. But also myself, also my friends, I'm sorry, this card reminds me that you don't need to talk and say your truth shouting, yelling, and especially, being rude with anybody or hurting anybody. This card talks that you need to look at yourself and talk to yourself your own truth in a loving, kind manner. And that way, when you really master those emotions within you, then you can speak your truth in a kind, loving way. You can say the truth. Nobody say that you can't. But you don't have to shout it. You don't have to yell it. You can be composed. You can have self-control. Your emotions do not have to get the best of you, and your senses should not be running you around. You can be the master of your senses and your emotions and control. And by the time you express your feelings and your ideas, they can come in a way that they're going to be welcome in a wonderful way, because they come from compassion and love, my friends. So this card is just so deep and beautiful. Anyway, so today I want to also talk about my crystals, because somehow for me they relate to this card, and I'm going to tell you why. These crystals remind me of what I want to convey or what I want to feel when I have these experiences with my cards. And so, for me, like you said over here, like I was saying, this card is very important. The symbolism is wonderful. And so, but it talks basically of emotions and our senses and how we can be better, balance better, all of those things. And for me, the crystals help me with that. Help me balancing my chakras, help me focus my idea, my intention. And to me, it's all related to this. So first, I always have a rose quartz, because whatever the information that I want to convey or that I want to receive, I want it to come from a place of love and compassion. The blue crystals, and I don't know most of the names of these crystals, but I have buy them and use them for my chakras. And this one I use it in my third eye. And for me, it reminds me of the vision, the clarity of mind, the awareness I want to have when I work with my tarot. I really want to see what's going on. I want to receive that message. So be open. And then this one is a very good one for me. I use it for my throat chakra. And obviously it talks about communication. And for me, it's an important one because I do get self-conscious. English, my friends, is my second language. And I do get nervous. These are my first videos. But I do want to share with you the little bit of wisdom that I receive with my tarot. And because I want to share it because it has been very helpful for me. And it's still helping me. So I want to share that. I want to talk and communicate with like-minded people like myself. So what happened? This crystal reminds me that doesn't matter. I have something to share. I have something to give, and it's all right to be self-conscious and nervous about my accent, about my new videos, but that I really want to share, that I really want to convey, that I'm really coming from a place of sharing, communication, and wisdom. And then over here, this one is obsidian. And this one is a different type of obsidian, but it is obsidian. And it reminds me of the shadow work, the self-discovery, the self-exploration I want to have while I'm working with the decks, with these cards, with the tarot, because I want to use these cards for self-exploration, like I said, for for shadow work. So this crystal reminds me of that. So when I come over here, they help me focus my emotions, my intentions, and I have more clarity of mind when I'm doing my videos, and hopefully convey the meanings, what I want to express, really give it to you, my friends. So this card, I love it, and I always have a very deep connection. And so then to me, these lines, and it has a little bit of red and a lot of yellow, is the expansive energy, my friends. When we can talk to ourselves with truth and honesty, because we accept our truths, our purpose of life, and we accept the things that we need to accept in our lives, the things that we're living, that there are in our lives, that happen in our lives. When we can see that, and we can accept that, and we can receive those messages, those lessons from within, then what happened? The energy expands, and you can see it outside yourself. And hopefully you can say your truths in a kind and loving way, without shouting, without yelling, without offending. Because this card talks about, my friends, to treat yourself with love and respect, so in the future you can treat others the same way. And with this thought, I leave you. Thank you, my friends. And as before, I welcome any questions and any suggestions. And these are only my interpretations. And my connections with this card, they don't mean to be for everybody and the absolute truth or anything like that. They're just what I'm learning and where I am. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.